Morning. Welcome everybody to the tactical review. I'm going to be reviewing a pair of boots here that most people find as budget boots or not a great brand of boot. I happen to think otherwise, and we're going to dive right into it. This is the Rothco jump boots, and this is what they look like. Now this is a new set of boots, new pair of boots I've ordered. I've just retired my old ones that were in service for 2 years, and I have nothing but positive things to say about these boots. From every pro, I think I have maybe 1 or 2 cons, and that's about it. We'll get right to it. First off, as you can tell, it does have a Goodyear welt. These boots are resolable. It's got the brass nails in there. These are pretty much mil-spec to the original boots crafted back for World War II. These boots retail for about $150. They've gone up in price from the last time I ordered a pair. Last time I think I spent about 99 bucks on them. So they've gone up a little bit, still cheaper than Carlcon's or some other higher name boot. However, the boot is really well constructed. It's leather, top and bottom, non-slip, oil resistant sole, and it's a well put together boot, and I stand by this boot. It's got the steel shank running through the middle of the sole to help it shock. One of the only things that I don't like about this boot is the fact that it doesn't have a side zipper as most modern boots do. This is straight up lace, so you're not going to get that convenience of the zipper, which personally I use a boot knife on each boot, so that comes in handy for me so that I don't have to unlace and lace up my boots every single time. But it's just something I wanted to do without because of the fact that it's such a good boot. Now, again, Rothco is a brand that, you know, it gets some negative reviews because I guess some people have had some issues with it. I get it. I was willing to go out and try this boot because 1, it doesn't break the bank, and 2, it has that old school style that I really like in a boot. So this is what the brand new boot looks like. Now let me go ahead and show you what a 2-year-old pair of these boots look like. And so you see, you have your, I hope you can see this, you have your creases, right? Every boot develops a crease of some sort. Got a little creasing along the sides here. The sole, for the most part, it's all still there. And this is after 2 years of 12-hour shifts, mind you. So the boot hasn't worn as bad as people might think. I have shined these up, so they do have a nice gloss finish. But for a brand that's considered a not so good brand, these boots have been through hell and back and have stood the test of time, and that for me is a win in my book. Now, at the same time I purchased these boots, because I'll usually purchase 2 boots at a time, 2 pairs of boots, I purchased a pair of Bates jump boots, which are a little taller and have the zipper. And one of those boots, actually the left boot on the outside, developed a hole within, I think, not even the first month of usage. So, you know, Bates being, you know, a reputable brand, had a major flaw before these ever showed any type of major flaw. One thing I can tell you about these boots, and it's one of the cons, is that these boots are a pain to break in. It took me 3 12-hour shifts for them to break in and be comfortable. One other thing that I didn't like too much about it is that the insole is barely there, so you're gonna want a good insole of your choice, especially if you're on patrol and you're on your feet for most of the time. It'll make a lot of sense to purchase something of that nature. Other than that, once you break in these boots, you're gonna love them. Now, another thing that people have said is that these boots run a size or two larger. I wear a size 12 boot. That's what I ordered. They fit me just fine. So you may want to find a place where you can actually go in and try them for yourself. I got these off of, the first pair I got off of Amazon. These I got off of a website called Gals. And you can find them there all day long. A lot of times you can find them on sale as well. And they give you like a 15% off for your first purchase. So it works out really well. Other than that, those are the only cons I have for this boot. Another thing, and I'll show you on this boot here, this only happened on the right boot. I started to get, I don't know if you can see that, but I started to get some parting here on the sole on one side, a little bit over here, and a little bit over there. But I did track these in the water and mud a lot, so that may have contributed to that type of defect. Not that it happened within the year. I noticed this maybe just a month or two ago. So to get 2 years of service out of a pair of boots that were considered not so good, in my book, that's a win. And that goes to show that quality isn't always, you know, in a name, or the highest quality isn't in the highest of names. It just depends on, you know, the product that you're purchasing. Sometimes you get a lemon, you know, sometimes you get a bad batch. 2 years of service and the boots are still serviceable. I'm just retiring them because I wanted a new pair, but the boots still have a lot of life in them. And again, it is a boot that can be resoled, as far as you can put a new sole on them. Well, I guess you can sell them if you wanted to, but you can put a new sole on them. And it can give you more than just 2 years of life. I opted to get a new pair just because I like shiny new boots. That's just me. So I bought all the noise. I live on a busy street. But anyways, the boots, they have longevity. They last a long time. They perform as expected, and I think they exceeded my expectations by far. So I would recommend this boot to anybody who, you know, is on their feet for 12 hours, 8 hours, you know, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, whatever it may be. If you're security or law enforcement and you like the look of traditional leather boots, I highly recommend these. I think these boots are fantastic. Again, these are the Rothco leather jump boots. Retail for about $150. Can't get them on special on Gals, and occasionally on Amazon. I'll make sure to drop a link below so you won't have any trouble finding them. As for now, I'm signing off. I'll see you in the next video.